All right, students, so we have been working on completing contour line drawings of everyday objects inspired by Jim Dine. And today we're working on applying value. So you should have already practiced creating a value scale inside of your sketchbook. So here's an example of one that I did with the class. And you can see how I used 5 different either tints or shades of the color. I started dark and every time I got a little bit lighter. And this is just a practice to help you do this next step. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to pretend that this is a light source. So this is the sun or a lamp. And I'm going to change it so that rather than these brushes look like they're floating on the floating in the air, they're going to look like they're resting on a table. So I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to start applying color by shading just right underneath the brush. And I'm following along that side. The light is shining here, so the shadow would be on the opposite side of my brush. Okay, so I just want to keep working. So this is the cast shadow of the brush that I'm adding. Maybe there'd be a little bit of a shadow here. Now I'm going to take my finger, and you can use a tissue if you want. And I'm going to blend that a little bit. And then I'm going to go right back along the edge and darken it. So I've got some darker and lighter examples of value there. You can see the darker shadow is going to be closest to the object. If when I'm smudging, I accidentally get any on the paintbrush itself, I can go back and I can just erase that. All right, gonna move on to the next one. Now this brush is laying on top of this one, so the shadow would also be on the other brush. There we go. I'm gonna fade it with my finger. Just kind of spread some of that value out a little bit and go back again right along the edge and darken. Okay, and then now my last shadow underneath this last brush. Okay, so I'm just going to add the value right along that line there. Now with this one at the angle it's at, I'm also going to see some shading and some value here along the bristles at the end because it is at an angle. We have a little bit of a cast shadow there as well. And here as well. Go back along the edge and darken. Now my brushes are resting on the table instead of floating. All right, that's your goal for today. And let me know if you have any questions.